there's another paragraph.
That's fine.
Worth of Shinsengumi lore to talk about.
The mic's on.
I know.
Hey everybody, welcome back to more Silent Hill 3. Last time, a lot happened. A whole lot happened. We got through to our apartment, but our father, Harry Mason, the hero of the first Silent Hill game, well, he was dead. That was upsetting.
Yeah, it was.
And now we've gone to Silent Hill, find Claudia, extract our revenge. Enact our revenge, either way.
Exact and act it either.
So our first mission is to find Leonard. Vincent has told Douglas that Leonard is a key to unraveling the mystery here. So we have to go to the hospital to find clues about him. Getting the mic now.
Paradise, huh? One sleazy paradise, alright. Better than the paradise that Claudia's talking about. Well, anyway, this isn't exactly where I want to hang out. So, about this area, I believe it's completely inaccessible unless you have Silent Hill 2 clear data. I don't remember for sure, but I feel like that's correct. Flyer from a club. It shows a woman with long black hair. Return of Lady Maria from 8 p.m. on the 27th. Maria doesn't have long black hair. That can't be the same person, can it? I'm sure someone said. Tourism pamphlet. I'd forgotten it, but it's true. Silent Hill was originally a resort town. Welcome to Silent Hill. Silent Hill, a quiet little lakeside resort town. We're happy to have you. Take some time out of your busy schedules and enjoy a nice, restful vacation here. Row after row of quaint old houses, a gorgeous mountain landscape, and a lake which shows different sides of its beauty with the passing of the day, from sunrise to late afternoon to sunset. Silent Hill will move you and fill you with a feeling of deep peace. I hope your time here will be pleasant and your memories will last forever. Editor Roger Widmark.
Imagine having to write that copy for a living.
Shit.
Stop, camera. Anything else in here we can pick
I
up?
think it was just shotgun shells. Also, those look like Whataburger cups for a second. Oh, for sake. And some jerky.
Which I haven't really.
I think that's it.
Really? Is that really all there is in here?
Yeah.
That's disappointing.
Oh, pfft.
Oh well.
At least you got anything.
That's true.
It looks like she's looking at the pamphlet.
Oh my god, the camera.
Yeah, it looks like it's all that's in there.
Head's not really turning towards anything. Alright. Muting the mic.
Picture of a flower in a vase. Nice, but whatever. The flower pot, nothing special. I don't know what kind of plant it is. Well, it's not a flower for one, Heather. The day has finally come. That's right. The day when you and I will meet. I was always thinking of you here in this gloomy cell. Never knew your name or face until today. Now I know. I know you're the one I've been waiting for. Haven't you been waiting for me too? That's why you came to rescue me. Oh, how I love you, Heather. I want to give you my prized doll. That again. I want to give you my prized doll I made to commemorate our meeting, the start of this everlasting love. Ah, I can already see your smiling face. Stanley Coleman.
Dang it. Didn't mean to read it again.
The doll?
Okay, yeah.
Disgusting. I won't touch it with a 10-foot pole.
She says something different if you examine the doll before you read the letter.
Oops.
That was my bad.
We could just reload the save real quick.
Not that interesting. Yes, throughout the hospital, we're going to be finding letters from our beloved Stanley here. Hope we don't have to meet him.
Right. There's a memo posted on the refrigerator. Food only. Do not store drugs. What is it okay to store health drinks here? Got a health drink.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that
That's
little
on the table. It's a medical record or something. It's for this Leonard guy. Is it the same Leonard that Vincent was talking about? Room S12. Presenting mild audiovisual hallucinations, emotional instability, obsessive ideas. Like mild schizophrenia. Will continue observation.
basically calm and cooperative, with a strong sense of justice.
Oh, shit, sorry.
However, according to reports, becomes very violent when overexcited.
The other one is for Stanley Coleman. The guy who wrote that sick diary. Room Room S7. Usually passive and cowardly, also egotistical. Sometimes shows and acts on obsessive attachment to a particular woman. This has caused violent incidents. Use caution.
Boy, I sure do hope we don't have to meet him.
Just, no. Stuff written on the right whiteboard, none of it really matters to me. There's nothing of interest on top of the desk. Something.
He is looking at something. What are you looking at? Looking at the
I think she's looking at the stuff on the table again. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what she's doing. Okay. I think there was only the health drink and the reports in here.
Yeah.
Alright.
Can you read the whiteboard?
The whiteboard? She already said?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all it was in.
The organization has me shut up in here. They mean to break my will, to make me forget about all that. I'll stay here even if they throw me in here with the lunatics.
Stay sane?
Stay sane even. Sorry.
It's alright.
My brain went red down below. But I'll stay sane even if they throw me in here with the lunatics. How about if I stick this to the wall? That would be worthless. You can peel it off, can't you, with that junk those nasty wenches won't stop using? The thing has no meaning, there's no reason for it to exist at all. Just as you exist for me. Why haven't you taken my doll with you? My gift must have embarrassed you. How cute you are, Heather. Stanley Coleman.
Oh. He knows my name.
It could be another Heather, too.
It could be.
It probably is.
It's just as likely not.
A lot of things stuck to the wall. A cookie, a toothbrush, a spoon, a Christmas card, a clock. Whoever was it probably used glue, but why do this in the first place? Key glued to the wall. I'd love to take it with me, but it's really stuck tight. Can't even pull it off. Probably need something to remove that.
Probably.
You may not have yet realized your own true feelings, but you sense them unconsciously. So you're trying to get closer to me. That's a virtue, the path to paradise. If the door's locked, open it. Use the password for the prison gates. Doctor, I've forgotten his name. Anyway, that quack has it posted. He should be here too. I mean, 4 numbers would have been good enough, but he kept on going. Isn't it a shame? I'm not there. Aren't you irritated? I long for you, but you're so cruel. Still, I want you, Heather. Stanley Coleman. Nail polish remover. Takes off nail polish. Found a woman's locker room.
Could probably use it to get that key off the wall.
Oh, yeah, no room's glue. Acetone. Typewritten memo posted here. Supposed to mean. Oh boy. The first is larger than the second. Second twice the third. Third smaller than the fourth. The fourth is half the first. 4 of the numbers are not repeated. 3 are not in the top row. 2 are not in the right row. 1 of the numbers is the final key.
So, well, this is hard enough as a math puzzle. In the hard riddle difficulty level, this is a poem that either Stanley or someone Stanley knows wrote. It's not clear which one. It details a face, and you're supposed to get from the clues from the poem about the face based on how parts of the face correspond with the keypad to get the answer. But the poem is extremely disturbing and very violent. So instead we get a math puzzle.
I can find that poem if you want me to.
No, that's fine. First is larger than the second, second twice the third, third smaller than the fourth, fourth is half the first. 4 numbers are not repeated. 3 are not in the top row. 2 are not in the right row. This is the final key.
So 1 of the numbers is the final key, which means it has to be 9.
So this is our keypad.
Okay. So 2 of them are not in the right row.
Yes.
So the only one we have, none of them are repeated.
None of them are repeated.
So we have 9 is the final key. Okay. First is larger than the second.
The fourth can't be half the first if 9's the final key.
It said 1 is the final key.
First is larger than the second. Second twice the third. Third is smaller than the fourth, and the fourth is half the first. That would make the third number, whatever it is, the smallest.
Mm-hmm.
Because the first is larger than the second, but the fourth is half that. Second
So let's
is
see here.
twice the
Fourth is half the first. Four.
Hold on, let's look at the second part of the number. None of the numbers are repeated. 3 of them
Are not in the top row.
are not in the top row.
Okay, 2 are in the right row.
That means that one of them will be in the top row. So one of them is 1, 2, or 3. 2 of them are not in the right row.
Is it 2 are in the right row?
What's the right row again?
3, 6, 9. Here, let me finish this and I will get a piece of paper.
Yeah, we're gonna have to write this down. Unless someone in chat has figured it out. This is not a blind playthrough, so if you want to help us with this puzzle, you are more than welcome to.
I'm on my last turn with this fucking thing. It's not going to make. Oh, pen? What the fuck is wrong with me? I have a Sharpie, that'll do. Hey, pencil, found one. Okay. That's 4 numbers. Okay. Next page. Could have stopped at 4. I think it's more. I think it's a 5-digit code.
He might not necessarily be referring to this code.
He is.
But there's no clue given on what the last number is.
One of the numbers is the final key. And 9 it can't be. 9 isn't evenly divisible. Okay. So, with this keypad, so, 4th is half the first. Let me see here. I have an idea. Okay, this fits everything, I believe. So let's see if this works. Starting with... Try 86349. Eight, 6, 3, 4. Okay, that was only 4 digits. But hey, I figured it out.
Nice! My little maths expert right there.
Did you call me a sexpert?
I said maths expert.
Okay.
My goodness.
Maths expert. I like maths expert better. But yeah, I was like, of the numbers, the only one that made sense was I started with 8 as being the first number, which is larger than the second, and half the first would be 4, and that would make the third one smaller than the fourth, and then twice that is 6.
Yeah. Well, congratulations.
Hooray!
We solved the puzzle without having to look it up.
Yay, me! Simple math.
Alright, meeting Mike again.
There's a tattoo on its foot. Margaret, let's swear our love until death do us part. Hold up. I don't know how big your feet are, but y'all, that's a lot of text to fit on a foot. Start time is my key. There are papers scattered on the floor. Something's written on them, but none of them really seem to be important. Medical record here. Could this be for the dead guy? Oh, excuse me. Background unknown. Name and age unknown. Not admitted patient. Found in poor mental state on hospital grounds and temporarily installed in room M4 at chief's discretion. Died late tonight from blood loss due to severed carotid artery. Was grasping on kitchen knife in right hand. Assumes was caused of neck wound. Possible suicide, but wound angle suspicious. Sent to second floor treatment room for further investigation. Have received no proof or corroboration of event from patient residing in same room. Have not notified police. However, for future necessity, leave victim's bed and effects intact. Room M4. The room M4 may have something interesting. By interesting, I mean horrifying.
Oh, it says... Start time is my key. Tattoo, Margaret, death to us part.
A lot of text to fit on a foot.
Alright. Continue.
It was stained and sticky with blood. From the tattooed guy? Bad feeling. Remember we had that thing that said, the start time is my key. Discussing won't touch it with 10-foot pole. It's another dull and nice Coleman note. Oh boy. There's a tattooed guy on the rumpled bed. Not anymore, though. That alarm clock and filthy bag are his. But don't misunderstand. I haven't done a thing. I didn't hate him, though he was alive. Shall I write something of my own? On my chest, since I can't cut it open to show you my heart? I love Heather. No, something a bit more forceful. I love Heather isn't enough for what I feel. Oh, what tender emotion this image brings. Stanley Coleman. You can actually read that some of it that's actually written there on the texture.
Yep.
The attaché case is locked. Remember, it said that the start time is my key, so it was at 6:22.
Yep.
Got an instant
Some camera.
Nothing else interesting in the attaché case. There. Anything else in the room?
There does not appear to be anything else in the room. Leave that camera for later, though.
Unlike a normal camera, you can see the developed photos right away.
Neat.
Tag says office wing stairs. Now we have keys to the stairwell.
Specifically the one next to the offices.
Neat. Short one. I also like the rooftop. It makes me want to fly. You too? Stanley Coleman. I don't like this guy. On the roof. Let's find out. It's just a normal screen. It doesn't look like it's about to break and fall.
Stay tuned for our Silent Hill 2 playthrough to find out why that's so fucking funny.
I think it's also only there if you have Silent Hill 2 clear data.
Yep.
It's a wheelchair. The person that was using it. Streaks of blood as something got dragged are continuing on the back of the shelf. Is that light in the room that's doing that?
Yes.
Okay. No, it's more like they start from the back of the shelf.
So I don't remember if there's actually a clue that tells you need to do this or not, so I'm gonna wait to see if there's a clue given about it, but I'll come back here. Oh.
Well. Oh, those blood streaks all the way to the elevator. That's a machine gun that she picks up without thinking about, and there's wall is scarred with bullet marks. What the hell could they have been shooting at? I don't know.
Well,
I don't know, Heather.
I don't know either. There's a memo on the wall. Punishment for brutality towards patient. 12 hours confinement in the special treatment room. Dismissal policy no longer in effect. Contact the chief if you have any questions. There's something handwritten on top of the typewritten sentence. The trick is to not leave any marks. And one other thing, this looks like it was written by a different person. The chief is a pervert. Chrissy would have been better off if she'd been fired.
Oh.
Yep.
Flowing freely, your ebony hair like the night sky, scattering fragrance. My heart clamoring in my chest like a storm you trifle with. Your pristine glance like a feast when you smile. My thoughts disturbed, my breath like opium that drives me mad. Eric, a great poet who conveys my feelings so well. I shouldn't have let this place get to me. Should never have gone crazy. Terribly enjoyable to drown in my love for you. But why don't you accept proof of my love? Don't stand on ceremony now. After all, you and I exist as one. What I give to you is the same as what I give to me. Stanley Coleman.
Eric's the guy who writes the disturbing poem, that's right.
I'm gonna find that poem.
I knew it! I knew it! I knew it!
Heather, my most sacred lover. I'm always watching you, no matter where you are, or what you may be doing. I've never lost sight of you. I know you feel intensely lonely, yet with a single key to this door, those feelings won't stand in the way any longer. We haven't been able to see each other for so long. Be patient. It's just a little longer. I'll be patient too, even though I long to hold you in these hands of mine. He is behind the shelves in the underground garage. Why there? Ask that idiot doctor. Not a single person here is right in the head, not just in this hospital, I mean in all of Silent Hill. Except me. Stanley Coleman. That's where we get the clue for the shelves.
Oh, good.
Okay, so I found that poem. This is the poem that's the clue for that keypad puzzle on hard mode.
Everyone settle in.
Your eyes, blue like a glassy bead. You were always looking at me, and I am always looking at you. Ah, you're too meek, beautiful, unspoiled. Thus I'm so sad I suffer, and so happy it hurts. I want to hurt you and destroy myself. What would you think if you knew how I felt? Would you simply smile, not saying a word? Even curses from your mouth would be as beautiful as pearls. I placed my left hand on your face as though we were to kiss. Then I suddenly shoved my thumb deep into your eye socket, abruptly, decisively, like drilling a hole. What would it feel like? Like jelly? Trembling with ecstasy, I obscenely mixed it around and around. I must taste the warmth of your blood. How would you scream? Would you shriek, "It hurts, it hurts," as cinnabar red tears stream from your crushed eye? You can't know the maddening hunger I felt in the midst of our kisses, so many of them I've lost count. As though drinking in your cries, I bring my hopes to fruition, biting your tongue, shredding it, biting at your lips as if tasting your lipstick. Oh, what euphoric heights I would reach, having my desires fulfilled like a greedy, gluttonous cur. I long, too, for your cherry-tinted cheeks, tasty enough to bewitch my tongue. I would surely be healed and would cry like a child. And how is your tender ear? It brushes against my cheek. I wanted to creep up to my lips so I can sink my teeth into its flesh. Your left ear, always hearing words, whispered sweet as pie. I wanted to hear my true feelings. I never lied. No, but I did have my secrets. Ah, but what must you think of me? Do you hate me? Are you afraid? As though inviting you to the agony at the play's end? If you wish, you could destroy me. I wouldn't care. As you wish, you may destroy me. I wouldn't care. And if you're wondering how the fuck that relates to a keypad, so it goes right eye, nose bridge, left eye for the top row of numbers 1, 2, 3, right ear, nose, and left ear for 4, 5, and 6, then cheek, mouth, and cheek for 7, 8, and 9.
And yeah, he basically hit the numbers in the order he mentions specific parts of the face. Ugh.
Sorry to ruin everyone's day.
Moving on. So, like Stanley's letter mentioned, the clue is behind this shelf. So you might be wondering, well, how do we get behind that shelf? Fairly simply, actually. Use an instant camera.
Thanks for scaring the crap out of me. Push the 8534.
So 8534 is going to be the is going to be the combination we need to get into the third floor rooms. 8534.
Write that down. That's like I write that down.
I think it's actually in our memos.
Floor. Got it.
Oh, yeah. Photo backside of shelf. Okay, so if I did need to look at it again, I could, but we got it.
Magazine. Some kind of gossip magazine. Teaching Despair, Hope House. Hope House, an orphanage on the outskirts of Silent Hill, but behind its false image is a place where children are kidnapped and brainwashed. Hope House is managed by the Silent Hill Smile Support Society, charity organization sometimes called 4S. It's true that 4S is a well-respected charity that takes in poor children without homes and raises them with hope. But at its heart, it's a heathen organization that teaches its own warped dogma in lieu of good religious values. Mr. Smith Temp, who lives near Hope House, had this to say. Sometimes at night I can hear their weird prayers and the sounds of children crying. I went there to complain one time, but they ran me right out. Since then, it hasn't changed a bit. In fact, this reporter was refused admission when he attempted to take photographs in the facility. What exactly do the folks at Hope House have to hide? During my investigations, I was able to discover, however, a suspicious-looking round concrete tower which appears to be part of their facilities. Unfortunately, no one was willing to tell us what the tower was used for, but it seems unlikely that it has anything to do with the business of raising orphans. It may in fact be a prison or a secret place of worship. The cult religion that operates Hope House is known by the locals simply as the Order. It's a religion that is deeply interwoven with Silent Hill's history, but its worshippers' fervent beliefs that they are among the elite chosen people of the dark and dangerous side. I intend to continue my investigation of Hope House and the cult behind it. I've always believed that telling the whole truth and showing the children the true path is our most important duty. Joseph Schreiber. So, fun fact, this all comes back in Silent Hill 4.
In fact, you visit said orphanage and visit said concrete tower.
It's a prison.
It is a prison.
It's horrifying.
The orphanage's name changed in Silent Hill 4 because there is unfortunately a real-life charity organization called Hope House that Konami was like, maybe we should not evoke their name directly because that's offensive.
Yeah.
So it was changed in Silent Hill 4, but Joseph Schreiber is also... Schreiber, sorry. Is also a character in Silent Hill 4.
Yes, he is.
So, yeah, that's more stuff that informs Silent Hill 4's plot.
Yep.
Of course, Silent Hill 4's development had already started by the time this note was probably being written, so this might have actually been a direct call to it. But more importantly, this note is in here to kind of inform you about the Order and its history of, kidnapping orphans.
Yeah.
Because that becomes part of the backstory of some characters in this game. Anyways, moving on.
Goodbye, Heather. I'm sorry I wasn't able to respond to your love. It's all over. Leonard despises me because I made fun of it, saying it would come to this. If it weren't for his meddling, I would have been able to meet you in just a little while. Then I could have taken you to my world. A world for us alone, more beautiful than this one. I have been waiting for this day, for today. The day I'd see you, the day you'd save me. Today. Heather, watch out for him. Leonard is no ordinary guy. Farewell. I loved you. Heather, my goddess. Heather, my lover. Heather, my...
I think it didn't mean to activate it again. Say anything about the doll this time?
The doll's all torn apart. It's really pretty sad to look at. I wonder who did it anyway.
So that's our last letter from Stanley.
And our warning about Leonard.
Hello?
Claudia.
No, I'm not.
Don't lie to me, Claudia. You're always trying to run from your responsibilities. Have you come to apologize? Or maybe you still don't realize how foolish you've been. The salvation of all mankind. Ah, what a ridiculous dream.
Wait, just listen to me for a second.
I've heard enough from you already. How did you turn out this way? Where did I go wrong?
Listen to me already. I'm not Claudia.
You're not Claudia.
My name is Heather.
Heather.
Who are you?
Leonard Wolf. I'm sorry. I thought you were my daughter.
Claudia is your daughter?
Oh, so you know her, do you? Are you one of her followers?
No, never. When I find her,
I can feel the hatred.
What?
Behind your words. The anger. You plan to kill her, don't you?
I'm sorry, but she killed my father.
She's a fool. But she's still my daughter. I was going to forgive her if she changed her ways. But I see it's too late. Heather, will you help me?
Help you?
I'm locked up in here, and I must stop Claudia.
Where are you now?
I'm not sure myself, but the door is at the end of the hall on the second floor. I think help to you. I have a seal. Please.
A seal? The end of the hall on the second floor.
This door wasn't here before. The symbol's different this time. Does it look familiar to you Silent Hill 1 fans?
Seal of Metatron.
The Mark of Samael.
Except not at all.
Except not at all.
Picture. This one doesn't make my head hurt when I look at it. This one must be.
Still has an unusually high fever. Eyes don't open. Getting a pulse, but just barely breathing. Why? What is keeping that child alive?
The hell? Am I daydreaming? No, it was more like watching a video in a dark room. But that nurse, I know her. Lisa was so heavenly toward me in that hellish hospital room. She did get a little weird, though.
The stretcher sort of half shoved into the room. Maybe it was being carried in. Yeah, whatever was on top of it being brought in here.
hand outside the window. I don't need to check this out. I'd like to avoid touching this kind of thing if I can. It looks like there's a piece of meat or something on the ground. There's a dead body hanging from the ceiling. Blood dripping from his totally filled the bucket set out below. Who would do this? And for what? It's like a full-out bloodletting.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear. Oh, I forgot your name.
Who are you?
Oh, okay, thanks. Happy birthday, dear. Who are you? Happy birthday to you. Happy 31st birthday.
Is this Leonard?
That's the murderer's name, not my name. I'm not your beloved Stanley either. He's underground now. His new name is Number 7. But don't worry about that now. It's time to celebrate your birthday.
You've got me mistaken for someone else. Today's not my...
I'm not mistaken. Today is your 24th birthday. And I have a present for you. Which do you prefer? To give pain or to receive it? You can have the one you hate the most. Happy birthday to you!
But you're wrong. It's not my birthday.
So Stanley's in the basement. That wasn't Leonard. We don't know who the phone caller is.
Eric? We don't know.
But they did something interesting about that phone call. He gives 2 different ages. And that will make sense later.
Something strange is cooped up in the locker. I think I'm safe, but we shouldn't get too close. A totally ordinary transparent plastic bag. It's from a trash can in the locker room.
There's a memo here on the chart. Dr. Midgiff. Please use extra caution with the patient in room 312. He should still have his religious freedom here at the hospital, but he shouldn't push his faith on others. I'm a victim too. Rumor has it he got here by stabbing someone over a religious dispute. Please be careful. R. Crosby. P.S. It looks like the rumor is true, according to the head nurse. I do think he's a good person otherwise, though. Easy to deal with. Alas, poor Stanley. So we're at another puzzle. And you can kind of see etched out into this grid 1, 2, 3, and 4 in Roman numerals. I believe that is going to be our first, second, third, and fourth digits. The grid corresponds to the layout of the gurneys behind us. I think that's how this puzzle is done.
If I remember right, yeah, that's right.
In hard mode, this is another poem you have to solve.
And you have to know the nesting habits of obscure birds.
Yeah, that one you can look up on your own, because it's not a particularly horrific poem.
No.
He's looking at the lock. 4 numbers. You want to write this down? It is a 4x3 grid.
I love how fucking weird this page is, because it's got stuff from Babysitter Bloodbath on it, too.
And so we got the 1 up here. And the 4 below that. That's 3. We got 2 in the corner. I believe is our boy Stanley.
Okay.
So, corresponding to that grid, we have some numbers to examine.
2.
2.
6.
6 and 0. So write those next to those. No. Write it next to the Roman numerals, since those correspond to where they are.
Okay, now I see which way it's going. Sorry, I was confused. This one always fucked me up because I have really bad spatial awareness.
And then we all have Stanley Coleman over here and Mr. 7. Those are actually only gurneys with numbers on them, I realize.
So, in order, that is 2706. You could have gone backwards on that.
Yep. Hooray! This was a lot easier to figure out than the other puzzle. And way easier to figure out than the hard mode puzzle, because holy crap.
Yeah.
I would love to see someone try and tackle that puzzle blind at some point.
I remember that I was watching someone play Silent Hill, play this blind, and on hard mode, it was Silent Hill 2, but either way, a puzzle took them like 2 hours to figure out.
It was the first one with the coins.
Yes.
Whew. Silent Hill puzzles are brutal. This is a case of me knowing what I had to do. You'll see why we needed the blood later, but I wanted to take care of this now because it's a bit more of a pain to get it if you have to go get it later. Because the halls repopulate with monsters at some point.
world is teeming with unnecessary people. It's God's decision that I fight. The Knight of Honor, as protector of the seal, I sacrifice myself to the blood of criminals. I wrote this. Some twisted individual, huh? I see this and I want to ask him. Do you think you're one of the necessary ones? It seems like I've heard this protector of the seal business somewhere before.
There's something on the ground. Is this a birthday card? Happy 38th birthday. 14 plus 7 plus 17 is 38. It's not my birthday.
Getting weird.
Those numbers are significant, by the way.
Yeah, I know exactly why they're significant.
And we'll find out later. But yeah, this was my birthday present. A room full of nurses and some handgun bullets. Title is Lost Memories. One characteristic mentioned only in rare documents and dying out in modern age is that of the ritual of sacrifice. Offering prayers, pierce a man's chest with a copper stake, drench the altar in the blood which spouts red from the heart, to praise and to show loyalty unto God. In another sacrificial ritual rite mentioned in the same book, the victim is burned alive. This was a more dignified ceremony in which prisoners and sinners were not allowed to participate. Only the clergy could be sacrificed. Similar to burning at the stake, no comparable rite can be found in religions practiced nearby. It may have some connection with the main deity being a sun god. Even though this religion extols redemption, it brings to mind a dark and cultish history. Actually, the reason the sacrifice of immolation is reserved for the clergy in the order is because of Jennifer Carroll and how she was killed by immolation, and it's basically considered an imitation of her. I saw that drawn on the dividing screens at the hospital. But this is different. It seems like it was drawn a long time ago. Somehow. So we have an altar here. Not just your usual stretcher, this is more like an altar of some sort. Lit candles, a knife, and is that blood I smell? They worship that picture? Something in that picture. So yeah, this is where you would be like, oh, I need to find a way to put blood on this altar. And you'd have to track all the way back to fill the baggie with blood. Assuming you even remember to pick up the baggie. It's a little frustrating. Thankfully, we thought ahead. We have our baggie with blood. We packed our lunch.
Ew.
I've put the blood from the treatment room in this. I don't especially want to carry it around with me.
Then why did you do it? Didn't have to do any of this, Heather.
Alright.
Lot of blood.
Altar soaked. Blood is running. Running.
This is a sandwich bag. I don't think that much blood can be held in the sandwich bag.
Are you really going to get about reality here?
Yes.
When the blood is running down a ladder? That was not behind us a moment ago.
Yes. I'm gonna get fussy about my immersion. Ugh.
Alright, guys. Let's see what's down that ladder. With my trusty shotgun. How many shells do I have? Not a lot.
Oh, you have to. You are gonna have to make sure every fucking shot counts.
He can be fought with melee, but it's very frustrating. Alright, guys. Boss fight time. Wish us luck.
Heather?
Yeah? Leonard, where are you?
Thank you. Now I can finally leave here. Now Claudia's ridiculous dream is over. Well, I guess it's time to dispose of her. The salvation of all mankind. Ha! Why must we reward even the unbelievers?
What are you talking about?
About our plans, of course. It's true that God is merciful, but first, one must be chosen. Only we, who hearken to the voice of God, will be given the keys to paradise. Don't you think so, Heather?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and think whatever you want.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that I don't think the way you guys do. part of that kind of paradise.
You're an unbeliever. You deceived me.
I didn't deceive you. We were both just wrong about each other. I thought you were a normal person.
So you tried to trick me so you can run off with my seal, eh? Heretic! You plan to destroy God!
I told you I wasn't trying to trick anyone. What is this seal thing anyway?
Don't play innocent. You can't fool me anymore. The seal is mine! I was appointed by God to be its guardian! The only thing you'll get from me is a gruesome death.
Leonard? Is that you?
Death to all who turn their backs on God!
Is every person here a mental case? Well, I guess you're not a person anyway.
Stunlock, baby.
Leonard's not here anymore. I guess I should head back to the motel now. I hope Douglas is okay. Huh? What's this?
So, sorry about the volume levels. That's just how it is. Leonard is really quiet no matter what. So, sorry about that. There was nothing we could do. Thank goodness for subtitles.
It's an odd design inscribed on it. Got it after I defeated Leonard. Oh yeah, I don't want to equip my shotgun anymore or waste any more bullets.
Yeah.
Tana time. Alright, muting the mic again.
Why did you send her to my father?
Was that wrong?
It's your fault that he...
But surely it's a good thing. It means he was one of God's beloved, no?
Those who mock God will never receive salvation. You'll go to hell, Vincent. You'll never feel the joy of God's everlasting paradise.
And you think God is going to save you? Ha!
What do you know anyway?
I know about the pleasures of this world. And I want to find my happiness while I'm still here. You hated your father, didn't you? I saw the way he hit you, and kicked you, and made you cry. The memory of his cruelty is forever burned into my mind.
Yes, and that's why we need God.
What you call faith is nothing more than a child crying out for love. That's why you're all alone.
You don't understand. None of you do.
Where's Douglas?
He went out. But he left a message for you.
Was there someone else here just now?
No, just me. Don't you want to know what the message is?
Yeah, what did he say?
The church is on the other side of the lake.
Church? Wonder what he meant by that.
You don't understand? That's where Claudia is. Across the lake, on the north side. If you're going, you better go through the amusement park. It's probably the only way in now. Go northwest on Nathan Avenue. It's a bit far, but closer than heaven.
that it for the message?
Uh-huh.
Thanks. Douglas really said that?
What's wrong? You don't trust me?
Just to give a quick recap, that Vincent has been antagonizing Claudia, which I'm sure won't come back to bite him in the ass.
He's been antagonizing everyone.
Vincent lied to us about Claudia being there, which means he's probably lying about what happened to Douglas, but he has told us that the church is in the amusement park. And if we take Nathan Avenue, which is the road right in front of the hotel, we will eventually get there. As he says, it's pretty far, but closer than heaven.
Oh, hell.
Well, we're back here. Remember the beginning of the game? How we were in a nightmare of the amusement park? Well, we're here again. This time we have some key items that will help us not get killed. Let's see how far we get. It's a giant rabbit costume. Isn't this the mascot from the local amusement park? I want to look inside. Something in there smells terrible. Stuffed animal rabbit. Isn't this the mascot from... Okay, she says the same thing. Which is actually different from the line she says in Dream earlier. There's a dead body inside this box thing. There's nothing interesting here. There's nothing I can do about it, but I wonder who and why someone did this. Again, unique lines compared to what she said before. Oh, she had a special dialogue line, I skipped through it. Oh well. Alright, muting Midic again. Alright guys, hate to cut you off early, but we realize it's pretty late and we need to make a grocery run.
Yeah.
So rather than complete the amusement park, we're going to save it till next time and hopefully make our way through this whole rest of this game before we... Mouse really does not like running on just the raw table, does it? Doot and doot. Thank you guys so much for watching and for tuning in for all of our streams over this 3 days when Alex is home. Over the course of the weekend.
I'm home when I'm off. Jeez.
Either way.
I don't live at the studio yet.
Over the course of the weekend, I don't know what we're going to be playing, but, you know, stay tuned for that. Is there anyone on we can raid? Host? Yeah. You like Hades? First Wave is playing Hades.
We were playing Hades earlier.
We're going to send you over to Cursed Wave. They're doing some post-epilogue runs, so if you don't want spoilers, yeah. But we're going to send you all over there. Hopefully y'all can have some fun watching Cursed Wave's Hades streams. But again, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight. 1 second.
Very safe.
Let me save it as a safety save.
Safe completed.
Okay, I guess it is. Okay.
Yeah, 11:06 p.m., which is an hour ago, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Or an hour from now, I should say.
Anyways, we'll see you guys next time. Have a wonderful night. Toodles!
Hey, y'all.